Part 1 of Diary of a Roblox Pro. Whoa, bro! I exclaimed. Oh yeah, that's a new demo obby my dad is building for the army, Zeke said. Jeez and I looked at each other with wide eyes. It was so cool. And there was a wall with a step slope that you had to run and up and to get to the top. Then there was a floating blocks. There were floating blocks that you had to jump onto like stepping stones across a river. I had no idea how Zeke's dad made them float in mid-air, but they looked sick. What goes under the floating blocks? I asked, pointing. Well, on this demo model, nothing, but in real life, it would probably be raging flood waters or even lava. Oh wait, sorry. Awesome, Jez and I braved. And that's not all, a voice said from behind us. It was Zeke's dad. He had the same white head and dark hair as his son. Check this out, he said, walking over to the obby. He hit a button on the side of one of the panels, and out from the ground shot up a row of sharp wooden spikes. Whoa! We all yelled. Man, I wouldn't want to be the avatar who fell into those. Oof, I said. Well, we have to train for these life and death situations, you know. Zeke's dad answered. Suddenly, we heard a rustling sound coming from behind us. Hey, is that your egg, Zeke? His dad asked. We all ran over to the hutch, which was shaking lightly. Zeke gently lifted the lid, and we peered, and his egg was awesome. It was a candy pink colour with stripes all over it. It began to wobble from side to side like it was going to break open. It's totally hatching, Jez yelled. We held our breath. The egg cracked slightly, a small zigzag line appearing across the middle. Come on, little guy, Zeke coaxed. It continued to shake and more cracks appeared all over the egg. A tiny hole opened up and we saw some long and sharp peek out of the top. Is that a claw? Zeke's dad said. I hope it's not one of those tigers the neighbours got. It cracked more until it finally wobbled and fell on its side. The top of the egg was kicked off, revealing Zeke's new pet. He's so cute, Jez yelled as two enormous brown eyes looked up at us. The hair on the pet began to dry, and it stretched out its long arms. It's a sloth, I said excitedly. You're so lucky. They're super rare, and I've heard you can teach them awesome things like dance moves. Wow, Zeke said, picking up his new baby pet. I don't know if you can see. There you go. What are you guys going to call him? Zeke's dad said. Zeke thought for a minute. I think I'll call him Dash. Dash, said Jez. You do know sloths are like the slowest animals ever. I'm being ironic. Zeke smirked. Besides, I think he likes it. Dash, the sloth, looked up at Zeke with his huge brown eyes. He stretched out his long arms and yawned, then fell asleep in Zeke's arms. I wish I had a cool pet, I said, stroking Dash's head. What about Coda? Jess said. Sure, my dog was loyal and playful, and she could be heaps of fun, but she wasn't as interesting as a sloth. I mean, how many avatars actually own a sloth? Yeah, she's good, I mumbled, but she's a lot of work. I have to feed her and walk her, and I trailed off. I don't have any pets, Jay said. My mom is allergic. Maybe you should be happy with what you have. I wrinkled my nose. I didn't like being scolded by my friends. Should we try the obby? I said, to change the subject, if it's okay with you, avatars. I might just hang out with Dash for a while, Zeke said. Yeah, no problem. I've got to go anyway. Anyhow, Jess said. Me too. I've got boring chores to get through. Otherwise, I don't get my scream time. Lame, I grumbled. See you at school tomorrow, Zeke said. As he walked us back to the door, I looked at Dash. He was so cool. I couldn't help feeling a little jealous. Monday night, at dinner, I couldn't stop talking about Dash's sloth. And he has the longest arms, Zeke said. He's going to train him to do obbies with him. How amazing is that? Yeah, we get it, my sister Ali said, rolling her eyes. What's your problem? I said, annoyed. You've been going on and on about Zeke's pet. It's getting kind of boring, she said. Rude? Yeah, well, if I had a pet as unusual as Dash, I'd be outside training him right now, I said. I heard a whimper at my feet. I looked down and my dog Coda was staring up at me with begging eyes. I ignored her. You don't even look after the pet you've got, said Mum. Have you fed Coda tonight? She looks hungry. I'll feed her after dinner, I dismissed. And anyway, Coda isn't like Dash. That means, said Ali, calling Coda over and feeding her a bit of meat from her plate. Don't feed the dog at the table, Dad said. And Ali's right. What's wrong with Coda? Nothing is wrong with Coda, I said, rolling my eyes. I just mean I'd like a dream pet. Okay, that's going to be all for today, guys, cause